when I was just at the Sweets and Snacks Expo, which I did, and they have the most innovative product of the year award. So that I just wanted to be on the shelf with the cool brands.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm going to submit my brand. That'll be super fun. I just created this cookie called the air fryer cookie, which I think is very innovative. And I figured out exactly how to do it, how long it's in an air fryer, what you get when it's done. And it was science behind it. Lots of Googling and then lots of air fryer hit and misses with my son who helped me. Anyway, but with that said, I ordered the packaging and it's supposed to be a bag of 18 that will be in the freezer department. And it came in like a little tiny bag. I got like 200 little tiny bags.
Oh no.
I ordered the wrong size because I was too busy. And so I was on the airplane in Atlanta getting ready to go to Minneapolis. No, where was I headed? Indianapolis to the Sweets and Snacks show, and they emailed me or texted me even at like 9 at night, and they're like, "Hey, we never got your submission." I said, "I am so sorry. I was going to submit my air fryer cookie, and the bags came in wrong." And I just thought, can I just submit a boba doodle instead? Because I just was like, I don't know, I got to do something. Yeah, and she said, "Sure, but we're going to need all of this. We need a picture of it, and we need all the details on it. We need all the information on it emailed to us, and we need samples of it by 9 a.m." And right now it's like 9 p.m. And I get to my hotel like 2 a.m. Now I can't sleep because I'm so excited. And so then I wake up at 6:45. I think I got 2 hours of sleep. And I get down there because I had to be there in order to submit it in a certain amount of time. And this place is the biggest place in all the land. I mean, I'm telling you, it was so big. And girl, this body was not made for hiking. So I am sitting there like looking for it. And I get someone to help me. He takes me the wrong direction and we walk 10 minutes in the wrong direction.
Oh,
and I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, what are we going to do? And he goes, it's this way. And we just keep walking and walking and walking. And finally we get there. I drop off the 2 bags. I said, this is for submission for the Sweets and Snacks Innovative Product of the Year Awards or whatever. And she said, oh, sweetie, we need 32 samples, not just 2 samples. And I thought, you gotta be kidding me. And she said, you have 15 minutes to get them here. And so now I'm running and I'm already tired. I haven't got sleep. And now and my booth is like like 2 expo areas over and all the way in the back. And now I've got a case of cookies, not light, and I'm running with it. And I get there with like 3 minutes to spare. And I looked at her in the eye. I was just like, here you go. And I turned around and right out the door, they had like these couches and I sat on the couch and I had a pity party. I'm like, I'm so tired and that sucks. And I can't believe, I'm just like, and I'm looking around at this expo and it's like Oreo and, Keebler and Khloe Kardashian has launched something. And then I'm like, and then there's me, and I'm just like, how is this? Why am I here? So I called my VP, Frank, and I said, Frank, I don't think we're supposed to be here. Like there are humongous brands here. There's Tate's Cookies and like all these brands like Nabisco is here and like Little Debbie's. And I'm like, and then Molly B's. Well, like, what the heck are we doing here? And he goes, what are you talking about? And I go, well, like they're huge. Like these booths, they have like neon lights coming from the ceiling, and I like got this backup thing. They're like, this is my booth, And he was like, but you're Molly B. And I said, I don't know what that means. And he said, you are fine. You're just tired. And I said, I'm very tired. And he said, everything's gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. I said, okay. So I go to my booth. I set it up. I go to my hotel room. I lay down and I'm just done. I'm D-U-N, just done. And they call me in like 10 minutes after I finally fall back asleep. And they're like, and it was a phone number I didn't recognize. And I was like, I'm not even going to answer it. And I thought, no, I'm going to answer it. So I answered it and they said, this is the Sweets and Snacks show. I thought, oh my God, I did my booth wrong. They're going to make me go back and redo my booth. I thought
you were going to say they want more samples.
Yeah, please, God. And she said, you are one of the top people for the most innovative product of the year. You're one of the finalists. So I'm like, what, me? Really? And she said, yeah. And I said, okay, so what does that mean? And she said, we need you here in an hour to the ballroom and I'm like, okay. So I'm like, now I'm painting makeup on. I'm like twirling my hair around. Like I am such a mess. I don't smell awesome. Like I'm just like perfuming it up and like finding something to wear. My feet have blisters on them. And I call Frank and I'm like, you're never going to guess what just happened. And he's like, what? And he goes, I don't know. Tell me, Molly. He always calls me Molly B. He's never called me Molly ever. It's always Molly B. He's like, what's going on, Molly B? And I said, well, we're a finalist. And he goes, I told you you're supposed to be here. Okay. So we get there And there's like 500 people in this room, and they have like, you know, a MC and a step and repeat beside us of people winning and taking pictures or whatever. And then she introduces the lady on stage, and her name is Sally. Well, I lost my mom 2 years ago, and her name was Sally. So when I heard that, I said, I'm about to win. I just knew, I'm like, I'm about to win, because that is my mama telling me that she's here with me.
Oh
And
my
this is a God thing.
gosh.
And they announce all the finalists, and there I am, and boom, I won the most innovative product of the year award. And I cried.
Wow.
And I was in complete shock. This just happened a few weeks ago. I'm still in shock over this. I beat out Keeblers, I beat out Tates, beat out,
What?
yes, Legendary. I beat out like all of these major brands. No, girl, I'm like,
That
how is this even real?
story. So just the fact that number one, it wasn't even a product that you had planned to submit. You didn't feel like you were even to be there. I know I believe on LinkedIn, you had went live and just talking about imposter syndrome. Is this
Yeah,
the
I had it
same
so
event?
bad.
And then to actually win the entire
Win
thing.
against all these brands that I buy, you know, and that I know. And it was a God thing
Yeah.
still.
Yeah. That's so amazing. I mean, your overall story just from launching in 2018 to now being in retail stores all across the country, but definitely it's not just luck, because the story that you're telling is definitely one that you're out there really grinding and not taking no for an answer, and really
Right.
having a plan on how to develop and grow your business.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
been
that.
incredible.
Yeah.